Okay, so I know this is a bit of a new setting. Just in case any of you were concerned, I do still have my main YouTube space. This will just be my secondary YouTube space, whatever you want to call it. This will be my backup YouTube space. I guess that's what you could call it. So my main YouTube space will be the one that you've seen more often, which is the one with the posters in the background, not this one. This one does have posters in the background, but this will be my backup one. So essentially, for right now, this will not be permanent, but for now, I will have two YouTube spaces. The one before this one being the main one, and this one that I'm in right now being the second one. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get to the video. Okay, so in my review for Star Wars Rogue One, or Rogue One: A Star Wars Story up here, for that review, I did briefly mention my website, my blog, and my Patreon page. This video will essentially be me going in depth on that, but let me just, I just would like to show you these things because I want to grow my channel and make it something good. So in doing that, I have made a website with a blog. The blog and the website are the same thing, and the Patreon page, if you like my content, you can go to my Patreon page and support me there. I'll go more in depth on Patreon after I just go through this my website. So if you were to go on the homepage for my YouTube channel, it would say website. The icons, like the social media icons, you'd see website, you'd see Google Plus page, Patreon page, Facebook page, Twitter page, and Instagram page. So a lot of pages there. Just click on the website icon, and you should come up to the home page of my website, and you can just read all of that. And you can go to the About page, but I haven't really written anything in there, or all I've really written is hi. Yeah, that's what I wrote in the About page for my channel. You can look at Gallery, which essentially has a whole bunch of photos of me with my friends and family. All of these photos aren't really on my Facebook page. Actually, in fact, none of them are. But yeah, you can look at these if you want. You can go to contact, as in contact me. You can email me if you want. But to the main part of this video is the blog. Here is the blog, and my recent post was, we finally watched Rogue One. It's a bit of a backstory, I guess you could say. It's the Rogue One of how Mum and me, my mother and me, went to see Rogue One. So this blog is essentially the Rogue One for how we went to see Rogue One, if you know what I mean. Yeah, anyway. What I was thinking of doing is just reading you guys this blog to give you a bit of a taste, I guess. I don't know what that word, I don't know if that even means anything, but just to give you a bit of a taste of what my blog is, and what other blogs are to come out in the future. I've only done 2 so far. I will warn you though, if you are for some reason interested in blogs, in my blog, I won't be releasing a blog on a regular basis. I'll just release a blog when I have something deep to talk about, something deeply personal to me. Anyway, let's just get straight into reading this blog really quickly. So we finally watched Rogue One. There's a picture there. So let's just get into it then. Okay, so my mum and I finally got to see Rogue One and do our review for it. But holy shit, it took a lot of work just to do one fucking video. Before I go on, let me just give you a bit of backstory behind this whole thing. So, what I would usually record my YouTube videos on was my mum's iPad, which up until a week or two ago was working fine. You know, the video and sound quality wasn't the best, but, you know, I made it work anyway. So I get this message from my mum with her saying that it just stopped working, like the whole thing. My reaction being, oh, fuck! Because at that point, I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. So after having a complete mental breakdown, I managed to find a really cheap full HD action camera and also a couple of cheap clip-on microphones. So there was hope. Until that same camera went out of stock. Oh, fuck. This, by the way, only happened about a week before the release of the film. Anyway, my mum and me were still going to see the movie, but then it dawned on me. I haven't bought tickets, and I have no money. So I searched online for a loan and found a couple of pretty good websites. The only problem being was that the only way to be eligible, a person needed to be either employed or on benefits, and at the time, I was neither. Oh, fuck. I was freaking out and I had no backup plan, but eventually a new hope revealed itself. Anyway, in the form of my dad, when he came to the rescue and assured me that he'd give me the necessary money for the tickets and the recording equipment. Sorry, I'm speaking really fast at the moment. Anyway, what would we do without our fathers, man? Seriously. So I bought the tickets and the equipment and everything was fine until my mum calls me to tell me that we'll have to postpone the movie to a later day. This was a problem because we planned to do the review on the day the film came out, but, you know, we couldn't because my 12-year-old sister would have been at home alone and she didn't want to be with her father at the time. I don't know why. Anyway, now Mum proposed to go and see the film a few days later, but I still wanted to stick to the original agreed date. I know that might make me look like a dick because I wasn't considering my sister, but I love what I do on YouTube and I'm committed. After much thought, I agreed to the postponed date and we saw the movie, did the review, and it all turned out fine. Finally! I mean, how hard is it to do one simple fucking video? It's at that point that I understood what people like Steve Jobs or Alfred Hitchcock felt like when they encountered obstacles when they were trying to do just what they love. I'm not claiming to be like them, to be a inventor or an innovator. I can just relate to them because now I know how hard it is to do something that you love. Anyway, if I were to end this blog with an inspirational speech, it would be, do not give up on doing what you love, because at the end of the day, you don't have to be rich and famous to be happy. Seriously, if you can find your passion, then pursue it. Don't let anyone else tell you that you can't, and now I'm just adding stuff onto the blog that isn't there. That's essentially the blog. Hopefully you guys liked it. There's really not that much to it. I've only just started doing blogs, so don't expect me to write these big, long ones. In fact, I don't really want to make big, long ones. I just want to write short, simple ones that are entertaining, because when you make a long one, it just drones on and drags on and it just goes forever. And those long blogs, I haven't read that many blogs, but I've read articles and stuff online, and it's like, let's just skip to the bottom with the good bit. Let's ignore this other shit they keep rambling on about that really has nothing to do with what they actually want to talk about. So that's why I'm attempting to keep my blog short instead of long. Like, keep the blog that I write, like, keep it all at the core of what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You probably don't, but anyway, so that is my blog and my website. Again, really not that much to it. It's just, if you're bored and you want to know a little more about me, that's where you can go, to my blog. If you really want to get a more in-depth and personal look at me, if you are at all interested in me, that's what the blog is for. And now on to the Patreon page. Okay, so here we are on the Patreon page. you know, I've really just started out on both the website and the Patreon page, so forgive me if there isn't much to any of this. But, yeah, you can become a patron. I currently have no patrons, and I have no money. But if you do like my content and you want to support me, then this is the best way to do it. As anyone who knows Patreon would know, that every Patreon page and creator has rewards for the people that pay these creators that support them. My rewards are in a very professional way. I will say them to you now. I only have 2 at the moment. I really don't want to have that many rewards because then it would just be too complicated and hard to track them all. I might add a few in the future, but anyway, just let's get to the rewards. Exclusive content. This is the first one, okay? You'll get videos a week before their official release on YouTube with exclusive content and sneak peeks at upcoming projects. Those upcoming projects, what I mean by that is short films, or any other video, really. So yeah, you'll get more content, exclusive content, and if you want it, all you have to do is pay $3. That is it. That's for just pay $3 for all that content all the time. Content a week before its official release on YouTube. It would be up there on my Patreon page for you. Okay, now let's move on to the second one called Special Gift Box, which is a $100 reward. I get the $100 reward, but you get the Special Gift Box reward. What it is you'll receive a special gift box filled with movies, video games, comic books, and a whole lot more. Plus a personal thank you letter signed and written by me. So yeah, those are the rewards if you also goals. My current goal is to get to $100 per video. Yeah, that might, I don't know if that's either a small goal for a new Patreon creator or a big goal, whatever it is. It's a goal that I want to achieve $100 per video. That would be fantastic. If I get $100 per video, that would mean that I would be able, the content that I create would be better, probably more entertaining, although production value doesn't determine entertainment, but my videos would just look better and be better. I really didn't plan out this video too much. I guess that's really it that I have to talk about in this video. Please go down, like and comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. I will see you guys in the next video. That next video being my Rogue One spoiler talk. It will just be me in that video, and of course Jeff, my co-host, trusty co-host, and see you guys then.